it's Livia here, and today the video is about a California poppy. So it's not the red poppy but the orange one. This was actually recorded at work. You can even see my friend at the back doing some work as well. I was designing these flowers for a flash tattoo sale that we had at the shop because of Remembrance Day. And then I decided to record it while I was sketching it. As you can see there, I'm using a light table, and I actually sketched all the flowers before I started the video on the iPad Pro, and then I printed out an A4 sheet, and I decided to record myself just coloring one of them, which is the California poppy, as I mentioned before. So to start with, I just got a mechanical pencil 0.5 HB and redid all the lines in the light table. And some of the main parts of the flower, I try to leave my hand very fluid, not very harsh on the paper, so you don't have that mark, which is super ugly after, and you cannot even color on top of it. And I was using two types of coloring pencils, just a Carand'ache one and a small box of Polychromos, because that's what I had at the moment there. And basically every time I draw a flower and I have to color it with coloring pencils, I use more than one color. So I know this flower is orange, but as you can see on the reference there are many different shades of orange. So a very light one, a kind of a yellowish one, a reddish one. So work with that and use more than one color, so you get all the depths of the flower, all the shades, and all the movement that it has. That's the main thing for me. If you have that, then you can actually build layers and have a very nice flower. It's not like a realistic one, but you will look more like the original one, like on the photo. So basically the process is very easy. You just need to go with a very, very fine tip on your pencil, and you just need to make short strokes very gently. Never go too harsh on the paper, otherwise you cannot build layers unless you have Polychromos with you. Any other kind of coloring pencil is very hard to build layers, but yeah, just very light hand and just go stroke per stroke very gently and change colors. As we have a reference, you know where the light color is and the darker color is, so change pencils according to those lights, as you can see on the reference there. So basically you just have to repeat this process over and over again until you get to the point you're satisfied, or if you're learning, similar to the reference picture. Then you go, with time you see that the darker places will need a little bit more work, so you go with a darker color and maybe repetitive strokes on the same spot, so you get that shading, that movement and stuff. Then you just repeat that process over and over again until you get there. It's very simple. If you have a reference and if you have a very good sketch, then there's no going wrong really. Okay, so now for the stem, I chose to use two different kinds of green and a brown color, and basically just small strokes as well, like short strokes all the way down. And so choose one side to be darker than the other, so one side for shadow, one side for light, and that side you just use darker colors, or you just repeat the strokes until you get like a nice round shape that it looks like it's round. Very simple, very quick this bit, really. Okay, now that we have all the coloring part done, I go back to my mechanical pencil. In this case here, I'm using 0.3 now. Very, very, very fine line. And I'm gonna add a little bit more shade, maybe redraw some bits of the structure. So, because you actually, if you have shade, you will have eventually a part that's pitch black. So in this case, I don't want it to be very harsh, so I'm making very gentle strokes, so it's more like a grayish, and when it's mixtured with the other colors, it gets to a brownish color, but not that black, but it does solve our problem. But yeah, we're coloring some bits, small strokes, and some structure lines. Very simple, and it makes the whole difference, really. And we are all done. Very simple. It doesn't take too long to make. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.